Hey there everyone, welcome back to GameVine and back to another Dexterity Week video where we are taking a look at Elk Fest. Let's do it. Now, Elk Fest is a tiny game. This box is really small. I can show you right now so you can believe me. It's even smaller than that when I get to put together. So, it's all about two moose that love grass that's on the other side. They long for the grass so it's always greener type thing. But essentially it's a dexterity game where you're flicking these stones, helping these moose cross this river so they don't get wet. Sometimes they might get sopping wet and lose a bit of moxie going across the river, but they will persist until one moose reaches the other side and gets that tasty grass. So let me show you the basic production of this one. Then I'll show you how to play and give you my opinion. Let's go. This is what you get in the box. Yep, this is it. You just get a few wooden bits. Now, mind you, the moose wooden bit meeples are big and nice and chunky, and the riverbank sides have these rubber feet that you apply and it doesn't move. These discs are a little lacking. They're the stones, but that is it. It's a small box with a small amount of components, but it gets the job done. Let me show you how that job is done. Let's go. Alright, so the game is set up. There's a river in between the two mooses, moxens, whatever the pluralization of it is, and you want your moose to get on the other side of the riverbed. Once both of his hooves are on the other side, well, that player wins. How do you do that? Well, you want to keep your moose dry because he wants that grass, the delicious grass on the other side, and you're going to be flicking these discs. Now the first player will flick once, and then the second player will flick twice, and then from there on you'll be flicking 2 discs on your turn. Now you can also move on your turn, but you have to at least have your back hoof on the last place that you were. And so if I were to flick this right here, let's see, I can't really reach that yet, so I can't move it quite yet, but if I flick just a little bit more, now my moose is on 2 rocks. Now I have claimed the 3 different stones that I can flick. I can't flick anything that's under the moose already, and this is how I travel. Now if there's ever a time I knock the moose over, well, a wet moose is a bad moose. He flips over, and that means on the next turn the other player will get 3 flicks instead of 2. Now, if you ever flick off a stone off the table, well, the same thing applies. The next player will not flip their moose over, but they will get 3 flicks. And that's it. You just slowly march your moosin over to the other side, and the person that do that fastest is the winner. And that is Moose Fest. Alright, now let me give you my opinion on this simple game. Let's go. So that's how you play Elk Fest. Now, I'm going to give this a grade at 77. Not bad. It surprised me for what it is. It's small. What it wants to accomplish, though, it accomplishes. You have these pieces that you can set the river for as big as you want. There's a team aspect that you can play, but that's kind of lame. This is a 2-player game. But you're just flicking these stones. It's easy to grasp. Even though there's only a few pieces, when people see these moose on these stones, they're definitely going to turn their head. So it's just very basic. It's a surprising little solid game from Mayday, and if you see this for a decent price, I definitely recommend it. But it's not something that you need to rush out and get. But if you do happen across it at a convention, definitely play it. I had more fun with it than I thought I would, though I don't think I'm going to be coming back to this very often. But if I run into somebody whose favorite animal is a moose and likes dexterity, well, this is a shoo-in. But yeah, like I said, this is a decent game. Play it or pick it up if you can at a decent price. But thank you so much for joining me in today's Dexterity review and Dexterity Week today. And if you haven't already, click like and subscribe. Until next time that I see you, have a great rest of your day and a great time with all you play. My name is David, and keep your fingers limber. Bye. Vine Nation, we love making content here for you on the channel, and we're almost at 10,000 subscribers, so subscribe now and help us out. This video right here, I think you'll like. This video right here, YouTube thinks you'll like. Or you can just sit here and watch me dance the dinosaur for a little bit longer. You can visit us at our social media outlets, and we're going to be improving our Patreon here soon. That's all for today. Miko, it's time to go. Good girl, Miko.